Alright, we are doing a part 1 of atomic spectroscopy, first doing the flame test. So, as in every time we use a Bunsen burner, we need to make sure we set up our Bunsen burner correctly, plug into the gas outlet, turn the gas on, and go ahead and light. Once you have this light, adjust as necessary to get a steady flame. This is a video just to get a clear look of how to clean the micro spatulas. First, you want to clean it directly with the wire gauze, and then you heat this under the flame until it is red hot. As so. Alright, going down the periodic table, we are going to start first with lithium chloride. Making sure that you pour your sample into a secondary beaker. Go ahead and get your micro spatula dipped in that and put it over the flame, making sure to just touch the glass portion of this. And note the color of the flame. Once you've noted the color of the flame, make sure that it cools down first. And then you want to go ahead and clean with this wool gauze here. And you'll be doing this for each of your samples that you do. The next one we'll be doing going down the periodic table is sodium chloride. Making sure to pour it into a secondary container. Go ahead and wet the loop and put it into the flame, noting the color of the flame once this is in there. Go ahead and take that out and clean as previously described. Continuing moving down the periodic table, we'll try potassium chloride, making sure to pour the solution into a secondary container. Go ahead and take a clean loop, dip it into the solution, and hold it into the flames, noting the color of the flame. I'm going to do this one more time, just in case we want to get a little bit more purple. That purple flame. And continuing down the periodic table, we're going to try calcium chloride. Putting the sample into a secondary beaker, go ahead and take a clean dab, wash, repeat, note the flame. Just in case I messed that one up, it doesn't seem like that was any different. Oh yeah, you got a little bit of red in that flame. This did not show up the first time. Next, we're moving down to barium chloride, making sure to pour your sample into a secondary beaker. Go ahead and dip your clean doohickey in this one and into the flame. Ooh, look at the green, boys and girls. I will show it one more time. Beautiful, beautiful. And the last one, boys and fishes, we're doing copper 2 chloride. Be sure to pour it into a secondary container, take the clean loop, put it into the solution, and put it into the flame. And noting the beautiful fire. That's pretty cool stuff. Alright, moving on to part 2. Where we start to learn how to use one of these, a spectrometer. So you have the back portion there that moves the light and where your eye goes in right there. So if we use this to look at a light source, if we move to find one, such as a incandescent light bulb up there, and we move this into it, we can see we have a light source. And you can see that the numbers, and all you can see the different color spectrum for these. So I'm going to just show a couple different ones, so do them through videos and pictures, so that we can have data for different things. Next, we'll be looking at an incandescent light bulb. So go ahead and turn this in. Make sure you don't look directly into the light until you actually have to. Turn the light bulb on, and let's take a look under the scope. Where you see All right, now let's go ahead and look at neon. So go ahead if we put this in very carefully and turn the switch. We can see the neon light, but what does that look like underneath our scope? Let's find out. All right, and allowing for adjustments, this is what you should see on the spectrum. All right, once this is done, we'll switch out neon for helium. Go ahead and turn that off. Very carefully push down, move out, and release. These bulbs are very expensive. You can go ahead and you can put the helium one in its place. Turn on the light, and that is what helium looks like. But what does it look like underneath the spectrometer? Well, let's take a look. Very similarly to the last one, we'll have to adjust this until we find the line. There we have it. That is what helium looks like. All right, now it's time to switch to the mercury lamp. So go ahead and turn off this lamp. Very carefully remove. You might want to let this go for let this lie for a few seconds, as it may be hot to the touch. And once that is in there, you can go ahead and turn on the mercury lamp, noting its color and how it's unique to those that came before it. Let's go ahead and check this under the spectrum. Right about there is the best I think we're gonna get. Changing out the mercury lamp for argon. Give this a few seconds to just cool a little bit. So very carefully remove this and go ahead and put the argon lamp in its place. Turn on the light and you can see what argon looks like. And let's give a look underneath the scope. All right, looks like we can just barely make it out. Let's see if I can get the numbers a little clearer. And there we have it. All right, and moving on to part 3, we are looking at hydrogen. So go ahead and insert the hydrogen bulb into the light source and turn the switch. Noting the color of hydrogen, but let's see what the bands look like. Oh, we just barely start to see. And there you have it. All right, and once you have those bands, the numbers there, you can go ahead and move onward, doing your calculations, drawing on your graph paper with a pencil. Good luck.